not connection.
Yeah. Just say that Doma, all kind of things that just happen here. I'm sure no he, no tea.
When he was 12 years on Ellen. Ellen did not want him to become president. So Ellen did not introduce him to many leaders. Ellen was doing her thing on her own. She was traveling from country to country and kept a man in a garage for 12 years, according to Boasting himself.
Yes, yes.
That means he was not empowered to meet any leader. When the African leader themselves need support from the West.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
All African leaders need support from the West.
Yeah.
No African leader will help another African leader with money for development.
Yeah.
In the West. That's not a back of breaker.
Okay.
Because when we have wrote, the Senate did a comprehensive report of their findings and attached the Supreme Court ruling and the amnesty law and everything. And the position statement for those commissioners who decided from Liberia to where. And said the way forward is a Panama House discussion for peace. Then when Boyka come now, he is deceived by coming there, by the deal there, normally there, and you know where he's just taking.
And the government need to really invest. The people like you that get the type of structure. They come say even they could just be getting you $1 million for the budget year. Every year they give you $1 million. You impact a lot of.
If I were president of this country, I should God show you his wonder. You're not believing. We told Joshua for what? You're not footballer.
Yeah.
A football developed country. A football bring medicine in the head.
No.
Yeah, we told Ellen to because she's from Harvard University.
Yeah.
What would the book do for you? No passion for development. Then we move Joshua, we put the meanest man in the whole world.
Yeah.
Yeah. Me.
Connections there, you not get it.
Yeah, no connection.
Yeah. Just say that Doma, all kind of things that just happen here. I'm sure no he, no tea.
When he was 12 years on Ellen. Ellen did not want him to become president. So Ellen did not introduce him to many leaders. Ellen was doing her thing on her own. She was traveling from country to country and kept a man in a garage for 12 years, according to Boasting himself.
Yes, yes.
That means he was not empowered to meet any leader. When the African leader themselves need support from the West.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
All African leaders need support from the West.
Yeah.
No African leader will help another African leader with money for development.
Yeah.
In the West. That's not a back of breaker.
Okay.
Because when we have wrote, the Senate did a comprehensive report of their findings and attached the Supreme Court ruling and the amnesty law and everything. And the position statement for those commissioners who decided from Liberia to where. And said the way forward is a Panama House discussion for peace. Then when Boyka come now, he is deceived by coming there, by the deal there, normally there, and you know where he's just taking all kind of way, Boyka, all kind of thing. He want to go after people. Then, you know, the CDC still control the lower house, the upper house.
Mm-hmm.
So they went, some kind of way, some kind of thing they did, but they did a resolution that passed. Yeah, because of money crossing.
Yeah.
Then they sent it to the Senate.
Mm-hmm.
Then something happened. Wow! All that they almost signed to Yombi house. Then they brought it, I choose the money. They didn't tell me they had it for me. Oh! Then when I heard what was happening, it was remain 2% to sign. That was me, that was Bani, Jim Bani. Now when I went to Kun, I said, what is going on? You were here when we had sent paper, and you were here with our own leadership, and we sent the report with all documents, legal documents, to guide where. Then Boyka benefited from the 2010 decision by the Supreme Court to be involved in the election in 2011 because he was not wrong with Ellen.
You're right.
He benefited.
You're right.
Then after serving Ababa for 12 years now, he's now president now. We finished campaign for that kind of Ome. then you want to persecute us. You don't grant to persecute us. So what is going on with Kun? Then Kun said, well, what I will do for you is to help you with lawyer. Your part has been good over lawyer. It was from Kun offered, my own son offered that I went and found a resolution. I remember saying them why you did this. You know what they told me?
No.
Resolution is not a law. So starting the resolution, I mean, we agree. Bring it now. When Baga send a bill, they will not put all the law they put in now and back it.
Oh, okay. That was a smart move.
I said, son, correct move.
Baga 2025 budget will determine a clear vision for the country. Okay, so it also includes the dividend on some of these travels. For instance, I know it can be argued understandably that the overpower bridge that the Chinese government is about to build and the road from Cassidy Boulevard to 12th Street, they were all in the pipeline. That's true. But it was blocked in the pipeline. The President Bouakar's visit to China, reassuring China that when we are taking action on the global stage, we take it with our own interest first as a country, not to please any other person before Liberia's interest, and then people fighting, then we join inside and vote.
Just a final question.
I'm coming.
Yeah.
So, you see, he visited to the FOCA, to the China Africa Forum, has now got China excited with the new commitment to come do this project. They are in town already. You call the Minister of Public Works, he will tell you the Chinese government don't waste time when they say they want to do something. But when you step on their interest, then you're in problem with them. Now, anytime we want to do anything on the global stage, the first question we should be asking, what's in it for us as a country and people? And if what's in it for us is good as a country and people, if other countries benefit from the trickle-down effect of our vote, okay. But we must never again vote on something that will hurt ourselves.
Liberia is in trouble. But I tell you this, I still repeat, if the president refuses to change, then the government is in trouble. The government, if you finish this government, let's thank God. Because as from next year, it's said to be fluctuating. And all the people that is in the government, they are liars. All of them. They don't know why they are there. They don't know what they are doing. They don't know the reason of staying in that system. They are just pushing the vehicle like this. They don't know where they don't know where it's going. So the forefathers of Liberia, they are in pains. It's very regrettable. Even the former president, Syphilis, is even regret having this person as a president. So that is just it. They believe that Dr. Ware is too much for Liberia. That is the man who have brought total transformation to Liberia. That is a man who will have turned Liberia to mini London or mini US. And he will have done it in the second term. But they didn't understand. They are angry with him. They believe that he's against them. They believe that he doesn't like Liberians. That's what they believe. That's what they believe. You say Liberia will be zero in sports. Zero. In sports? Zero. Oh yeah, go to Nations Cup now. Go to Nations Cup. Let's see. Let me see you Nations Cup. Go to Nations Cup. I'll give $500,000. If you qualify for Nations Cup, I'll give your nationality $500,000. I promise. Your experience in Liberia now. If you don't know, in 2 years' time, Liberia will be worse. Will be one of the worstest country in the whole world. What I mean, worstest country in the whole world. If Liberia will not protest against this government, tell me there is no God. If Liberia will not begin to cry, coming together to cry and said, we don't want you again. Leave, resign. Tell me there's no God. I will never serve God again. I am a prophet of God. And I'm talking as a prophet. Right. The hardship, you have not seen that ship now. In 2 years' time, you will see the hardest hardship you have never experienced. Liberia will drink dirty water. And they will be thanking God for drinking. That is the kind of president you have. This president does not have anything. He doesn't have any template. He doesn't have any roadmap for the nation. They just force him there. It was rigged election. Rigged election. It was forced on you people. It was forced to be president. So, and the people who connive to do all of this and put him there, right? US.
You mean US, the United States?
United States. They are involved in this election. I am telling you, not politically, I am telling you spiritually what I foresaw. It was rigged. Totally rigged. And now they have seen it, that this person does not know anything. This person cannot help the nation. This person cannot put the nation.
Like I said, it's one of the best countries in the world, whether you believe it or not. You understand? Yeah, it's a small country. It's one of the best countries. You know, we are very good people. And then I think what we should strive for is for our country to survive. You know, and that's why we promote peace in our country. You know, for so many years we've been promoting peace. And people that brought war still continue to have the face and idea of discrimination. This is wrong, and we will not sit as citizens of this country. I was in opposition before. I faced this thing before, and then of course I'm in opposition. We support you and even fee Bwaka because of a title. Make it comfortable because of a title. But you see what he's doing. You get a lot of gangsters around here and thinking that Liberia is afraid of gangsters. It's a lie.
But you should be concerned as well. Why it is true that you're in opposition, you should be concerned. You also have a responsibility to maintain the peace of the country. Though the burden has shifted on the government to maintain the peace.
I've always kept the peace of the Republic of Liberia.
Okay.
During Ellen time, I've kept the peace. During President Dota, I kept the peace. Amos Soyota, I kept the peace. Chancellor, I kept the peace. I have never broken anything in this country. I work for peace in our country, and I'm on record. Even the United Nations know that I work for peace. So I'm not trying to break the peace. What I'm telling you that those people that say they came to rescue us, they are breaking the laws of the Republic, and it is wrong. If you can't see it, AB, it is wrong. It is wrong. Because in the government that I serve, training position was respected. Today, you can say that you're taking the person off because he associated with somebody. No, but you see, we are different. The respect I have for Ellen Johnson, I kept that respect. And the respect I kept for her, to respect the laws of the Republic. I even work with Ellen Johnson as a peace ambassador. I don't have a issue of keeping the peace of the country. Of course, we are peaceful. But we will not allow people to break our laws and then intimidate people and we just sit. That would never happen. You know, we're in opposition. Ellen Johnson, Madam Ellen Johnson said, let me give her the respect because that's somebody that I respect so much. She did some things that we disagree, and we went to her and spoke to her. By the rule of law, you know, we have the right to protest, and we protest. We went to Ellen, and she understood that. She came on the table and we talked. For reminding us to make sure that we don't break the rules and regulations. They are still there. We have to respect the laws of the Republic. That's what we did. When I was in power, they tell me that no, this is a tenure position. You cannot move the person until their tenure expire. So be it. That's the law. We can't break the law. So I hope that the government will take heed. It's important to respect the law of the republic. We're not a democratic period, so we need to respect the law. All we look for is to respect the law, and that's what we did.
Looking at the common people are losing their jobs at various places as well. Not just only tenure position holders. They are the ones that feeling the pinch the most. They got nothing.
AB, when you are angry and you let the wrong people thinking that they are the savior, is wrong. We were in opposition before. If you employ poor people that have the minimum, and somebody come to power and believe that because they associate with other people, so they have to be taking a job, is very bad. That's not good. No leader can do that. And what, $50 job, $100 job? You mean the government that come to power, that came to rescue, cannot even give a $50, $100 job or lead a citizen on that job? This is wrong. It's wrong. It be everything that they're doing wrong, and we know that. But again, the peace of Liberia is the most important. It's the most important, and that's why we in accordance with the law. This is wrong. People supported the Unity Party. I came to power. I left them there. These are citizens of the country. But you can employ a Senegalese man, and you refuse to employ a Liberian. Is that what it is? No, it's wrong. It's wrong. Everything that they're doing is wrong, AB. The disrespect is wrong. Breaking our laws is wrong. And the of the Republic of Liberia. During Ellen time, I kept the peace. During President Dota, I kept the peace. Amos Sawyer time, I kept the peace. Charles Taylor time, I kept the peace. I have never broken anything in this country. I work for peace in our country, and I'm on record. Even the United Nations know that I work for peace. So I'm not trying to break the peace. What I'm telling you that those people that say they came to rescue us, they are breaking the laws of the republic, and it is wrong. If you can't see it, AB, it is wrong. It is wrong. Because in the government that I serve, or people and we just said that would never happen. We in opposition, Madam Ellen Johnson said, let me give her the respect, because that's somebody that I respect so much. She did some things that we disagreed, and we went to her and spoke to her. By the rule of law, we have the right to protest, and we protest. We went to Ellen, and she understood that. She came on the table and we talked. They respecting leaders that are traveling, and you refuse for them to use the laws that they built, and Liberia said that and say, yeah, it's right. No, it's not right. If the Bwaka man, he was not even president, and we give you a VIP all the time you're traveling, what you're doing is wrong, and you need to wake up. Those things are wrong. Those things are wrong. Everyone said that. You want that change? Bwaka was not a change. In the ring, go to have your program and be peaceful. Enjoy yourselves. Be together, recalibrate, regain the people confidence. And Liberians are there. You got some sound Liberians that believe that we were the right group. Yes, I'm not saying that everything was roses. Liberia shine is among the great nations. So what are we talking about? The disrespect to our citizens is wrong. It's wrong. It's wrong. Respect the law. I did not bring 10 jobs. We made it. The Unity Party left it with us, and we respected it. So what's going on? Is it that Bwaka angry because during Ellington there were 10 jobs, and he want to break it because you are not happy? Is that why he's saying to us? Because the 10 job, I didn't do it. I made it there, and I respected the laws of the republic. And also, thank you for this time, for giving the opportunity. But there will be a time I hope that our people realize that we made a mistake. We made a mistake. We're in a new era, and they send us back to the power. I left them there. These are citizens of the country. But you can employ a Senegalese man, and you refuse to employ a Liberian. Is that what it is? No, it's wrong. It's wrong. Everything that they're doing is wrong, baby. The disrespect is wrong. Breaking our laws is wrong. And the women know that, women know that.
A systematic erosion of democracy. Executive overreach and open disregard for our constitution. Lawlessness in the legislature with a presidency turning the blind eye even when the sacred hall of our democratic go up in flames. Security forces brutalizing peaceful citizens while millions have been spent on so-called operations that offer no protection to ordinary Liberians. They said we were the problem, but now the Liberian people can see for themselves. The real problem is the unity party that is now in power. The time has come to speak the truth without fear. This government is failing and Liberia is paying the price. For citizens, let us not lose hope. Even the longest night must give way to daylight. Even the strongest storm must pass. We are still standing and we are still strong. We will not give up on Liberia. We will not give up on our people. And we will never give up on CDC. We are the party of the strong and the city. We are the voice of the voiceless. We are the protectors of the poor and the defender of their dreams. From New Bhutan to Peace, from Buchanan to Combine, and Southern Valley to Shasta, the CDC remains in the hearts of the people. This rally is a clear sign. We are reorganizing, we are prepared, we are coming back. I say to you, we are coming back.
And let me say hands up to all of you wherever you are. It's great joining us tonight right here on this very day, and we are grateful to the Almighty God for everything that He continues to do for us. And with God, all things are possible, and we are forever grateful to the Almighty and God for everything He continues to do for us. And we are certainly getting there. And we are forever grateful to find ourselves here. It is not that we are important than those who are sick. It is not that we are important than those who died. And but on this note, I would like to dedicate this show and today's edition of the show to a fallen brother and somebody whom a testimonies following his death. I didn't know that not only I alone had a testimony to tell about how good he was. His death was very shocking, and to all of us, because we're so close. He always wanted the best for me, and so when I heard the death of Cletus, I felt so terrible. But again, this is life. Too shocking for all of us. Even up to now, I'm still in total disbelief that it happened. Because immediately I got the news, I began to WhatsApp him. Perhaps his WhatsApp is still on, but while we were man breathing fresh air, very good humor. Now, sometimes people say good soup can stay on over rice. Yeah, some good soup. But again, he's one of those persons who was very good. He didn't stay much time with us because we just got to know him lately. In a very short period we knew him for, his impact was as though we have known him for years. But again, this is life, and that's all one can do. You have very short minute to meet with people, impact their lives. You never know what will happen next.
And the little time you have, what you do there is what they will remember you for. So say peace be to his arches, and I say sorry to the folks, especially of the Congress for Democratic Change or Coalition for Democratic Change. Had escorted or had done, normally when I'm on the trips with the former president for coverage purpose, I had gone with him first at the Dominion Christian Fellowship Center. A short video I would try to edit, and then I try to do all I can so that we can hear a bit about it. And after we went at the Clone Church that I visited for the first time, and I want to say thanks to the team there. The welcoming was great, and I appreciate them. So it was when he even had to lay on his side towards me and ask, "You heard about Clayton's death?" I said, "Yes, Chief." He said, "Too bad. The young man was very good." And that was all he could say. And you could sense it in his face. He was very broken. So these are some of the great people that, despite him being president and being surrounded with a lot of people, there are people within who may have been at distance that he knew who really they were and how good they were towards his vision and how good they were in supporting every dream of his. And so with God, all things are possible. So Cletus, rest in peace, my brother. It's too shocking for all of us. And yours life just remind all of us of how we are nothing. Absolutely. We just play our own, and then the rest is left with God. So, folks, we want to say welcome, and we are here. And whatever Cletu has wished for Liberia is what we will continue in. That's the best way you can remember anybody. Whatever he had ever wished for every Liberian to be happy and prosper. And he has been very supportive of all we can do is to live according to his wishes and live according to how he had always been. That's the best you can do. So that's it. And we're right here tonight on this day, grateful to the Almighty God. So the families, the station is up to you for whatever announcements or whatever it is leading to his befitting homegoing. We give it all to you, and we can say we extend our condolence to you, the management and staff, through the CEO himself and His Excellency Ambassador George Manawia. We extend sympathy to all of you. All right, so that is it right here on this day, and we are grateful to the Almighty God for everything. Folks, today is Monday, and we are back. Your cash giveaway continues. We are forever grateful, and it's right here again. So your star 7 and star 2 4. I think when you start playing now, you'll start noticing it. It's back again, but we are trying to explore every other avenue. So the star 7 and star 2 4 hash, and it's up and running. But that's the only code now you will be using. So if it is on Monday, you'll use that same code. You'll use that same code throughout the week. The only thing that will change there now, because they have reconditioned the code and the entire system. So the only thing that changed there is the days. Let me say the prices for the days. So that 2-4 hash that you must just keep. So every time you play. So if it is 10,000 they're giving out this day, you will get it 10,000. If 15,000 they're giving out this day, you will get it. But that one code assigned to us here at Kings. So the star 7 and star 2-4 hash. That's it. So if it is on Monday and there's this amount, that is what you will get throughout. Right? That is what it is. So you can just save that one now because they have already, they have already decided to do the system like that. So that you don't have different code, then you got to be playing with different code on the side. No. So everything is at once now. So that is what it is. We are grateful. So to the students who face the issue, and Cletus Noah, remember the last time when I was at Freedom FM? No, Kings FM, sorry. Yeah, Freedom FM, sorry. Yeah, when you people say you were going to buy a car, and then you raise that money, And immediately he heard it on the radio that you were raising money to buy me a car. That GMC Jeep that you bought. So it was Cletus who was able to hear about you people raising money for Teacher Light. So when I told him this is the amount the people already raised, it was he, Cletus, who said, AB, with that amount, we got to complement their effort. So carry that amount to the car garage that you think you like or whatever it is, and whatever the balance, I will shoulder that so that we can get their wishes. They have good intentions for you, and these are people that are making their sacrifices. Yeah. It was Cletus who was able to add it up for us to get a car. That Teacher Light car project that you had from Freedom FM. You remember that, right? Yeah. That was that. Why it was Cletus. But he said I shouldn't ever call his name. He's dead and gone now, so there's nothing about that. Yeah. That's how good he was. In other areas as well. These are people who were there every time you call. He may not have been good to everybody, but that's my own story I can tell about him. All right. So that's him. And so with God, all things are possible. All right. So here we are in class. We've gone 32 minutes into the 20 minutes, sorry, into the program time. Okay, 32 minutes. I think this one is correct. Then this one. So 32 minutes into the program time. Today is the 5th day of the month. Rain is expected to fall tonight, from what I'm understanding from my dashboard. So rain is expected to fall. I don't know from where, but it's still rain expected to fall tonight. So you'll get ready. Those of you talking about 1 a.m. Yeah, by 1 a.m. like that, the rain will be plenty. So I don't know where the rain will really go, but on an hourly basis, I'm trying to give you a weather report. The rain will fall. So expected rain is around 10 p.m. So from 10 p.m. like that, small rain will start falling. I don't know which part of the areas, but again, that's the weather report I'm gathering here. I thought to give you a weather report so that you will know what's up. So that you don't sleep too much before criminals can steal from you. The rain will fall around there. Yeah. So that's it. But from there, today we know something. Yeah, today. Today thing we're talking here. So yeah, today. So hourly basis. Yeah, that's why it is. All right. So that's it, folks. Welcome to class. And the sad thing about our country continues to add up with the death of people like Cletude. Already things are bad, terrible. And Cletude's death gets added up. But with God, all things are possible. Benu Kamara is up. Roberto Perez, Caroline Wright Chevy. What's up? How are you doing? I hope you're all doing so great. Matilda Stevens, thank you. Very sad indeed. Yes, it is. Nina Kwe, what's up, my sister? Yeah. And we can only wish in that Gertrude Williams, yeah. Cletus, yeah, certainly was a friend and brother, as she says. So I've known him for 4 years. And my first time seeing him, it was like he knew me for so long. Certainly, that's Cletus for you. That was him for you. And yeah. But anyway, there's life. The stories will continue to be told. And so move on. And we think with God, all things are possible. Yeah, with God, all things are possible. So we move on with life. Okay, so here we are. With God, all things are possible. And in good and bad times, God says we should give him thanks and praise. But may his soul rest in perfect peace. Not just in peace, but perfect peace. He was a Catholic and very supportive of their activities. May his good soul rest in peace. Thanks, Cletus. You've done all you could. All right, so we are here tonight and we are grateful to the Almighty God. I will do the editing of the short video on the short appearance of the former president, His Excellency Ambassador George Manawiya, when he appeared at the Grumino Christian Fellowship Center on a surprise note, and he had to worship with them. And one thing he said to the congregants was they should carry, because I think he was trying to copy it from the sermon, of course, the preacher man. So we talk about possibilities. And everything is possible. And he had to add on and said, Liberians should have hope. And in that church, he explicitly stated that Liberians should learn to bear patience. And no one is prepared for war because he is old. He said he was young when he was carrying on disarmament, but this time he's in his 60s. So no one is prepared for war. So nobody should contemplate trouble because nobody is contemplating trouble. The government itself should not think about trouble because no one is talking about trouble. They say we are first time saying it. No. When Joseph Boakai said, if he does not win election, it will be the end of Liberia, what the George will reply with? He said there will be no checkpoints in Liberia anymore. Even when Joseph Boakai is pushing the country down to the finishing line, now as we speak, where Liberians are angry, yet George Weah is still echoing that peace and saying this country there will be no checkpoints again. George Weah is saying that though. The man who you're thinking, whatever, he doesn't have time. His country comes first. And like he said at his party headquarters, he decided to put his country above any political interest. And that's why he gave the election. Not that he was weak. He knew that if he had challenged that election result, Boakai was going to be buried the same night, dead. Boakai was ready to die already. So that was the second rest. In fact, that was the second help we ever gave to Boakai. The first time we ever helped Boakai at the time he was dying already when George Weah sent him to hospital. The second resurrection we did to Boakai was the election. If we had said that thing then that the people brought from Nima County where Koji then were ready to move, if that matter had just hit the Supreme Court and we are just saying what look at the kind of crowd that were coming to show off for that election result and be contesting it all. You're not going to even find the alliance people around because just to challenge the election result alone, you're coming to see the crowd because they were coming to see in fact, at that point, they were visibly seeing that power was unjustly slipping away from them because of certain corrupt attitude. The whole country was coming chakla. And it was going to be the time Boakai was going to die. Maybe you don't know. So we are just save him again because that woman was finishing already. So he has to live. And that is why it is. That's why we are did for him. So whatever it is, we are getting there. And with God, all things are possible. Yeah. With God, all things are possible. So this is us, and this is where we come to share with you our ideas of the day. This is where we come to speak the truth about what really happening. We don't argue on the show. No, we don't argue. There is a show that deals with exactly when you be in your church where the pastor just preach and he tell a thing, go what it is. It left with you to go search the scripture and then see whether what the pastor said is true. But when the pastor preaches, that's it. On the show, we are the pastor. We preach. Sometimes we open a line so that you can say your own thing about the sermon. But don't go outside of the sermon. Stick right within the sermon. That sermon that we call the issue. So anytime we come, we preach here, the sermon, the topic, that the issue of the day. So the topic for that sermon is the issue of the day. So when we tell you say face the issue, that means the issue that we discuss that day, the topic that we discuss that day, that the topic you must stick to. So for any reason that you even want to counter us, you got to stick to the topic, nothing else outside. But here we preach, but again, what makes it different from the other one is that we try to. So there is an entire style of program that we think that we have managed with successfully and will continue with it like this. But there are times that we invite in other important guests to come and then preach along with us. Right? As a Jackson have invited people, other people, we are able to call them. That is if whatever, but we think that our people out there, there are a lot that we want to consistently hammer into their heads. Because sometimes too many people talking, it can confuse you. Yeah, so you want to hammer it. That's why you see one pastor will stay on the pulpit and just be preaching to hammer that thing into the head. And then you have a topic that you want to deal with. So you nail it until it enters. That's why you see people who leave from our shows, they are able to discuss issues succinctly. They are able to tell you this is what it is, the XYZ of it. They will tell you, they lay it down and they tell you because they were focused and that is what they captured. So we are here grateful and to the Almighty God for everything. And with God, all things are possible. With God, all things are possible. And we are forever grateful to all of you for your support, your prayers you continue to offer for us. And we'll continue to maintain the integrity that is very lacking in many people in this country. We'll continue to maintain that. We'll fight. They're looking for us. They want us, but they can't get us because they can't easily get us. That just God get us, nothing else. So we think with God, all things are possible. We'll come here, we'll teach for how many hours? Whatever it is, we'll go by our business. Anything you want to be there, your business. But one thing I know, my students can never be made shame. No student come from the class who open their minds that you go out there, you are not proud. You will remain proud. Because we don't come here to deceive you. No. We don't come here to deceive you. We come here to tell you the truth. It may not be something that sounds good to other people, but at our business, we come here to tell you the truth. And that truth will live. That one make it very easy. You know to tell the truth very easy. That will lie can be very hard because you got to construct things all over the place. Right? Yeah. So that's why it is. So we are grateful to the Almighty God for everything that He continues to do for us. And we are grateful. All right. So let's go on. We have a lot on the plate, but something we'll touch on tonight. And I want to say thanks to Israel Bowia. See, in the morning hours, I was listening to him. And Sam Andrews did come up and talk a lot about it as well. And one thing I like about our shows, we got a pattern. One topic will deal with that explicitly into our own styles, and which makes it very unique. And you get one thing over and over. What the CNN and the BBC they can do when they start, the other person will come and discuss this one. The same thing that happened during the day. The person will come and discuss it. They bring another panel, they discuss it one. The other person can discuss the one. So that one thing it hammers into your head that you will know that that's the issue of the day. And that's the kind of pattern that we have here. So we always listen to each other, follow up on each other, follow up trending issues of the day. When somebody bring up issues, we listen to that person, we pick up from there from different angle. That's how we operate here as a team. So we are all brothers, right? For the sake of you people. So we say we are grateful to the Almighty God for that. And that uniformity that we enjoy so much. All right, so folks, today the winner from the Saturday's Liberty Fortune draw. I draw just going play. I think I saw it on our page, right? The draw just going play. That one, but you can be seeing it. What do you call your number? Stop on your number for getting your code. They will call you a strip. So Cece was able to win his stuff today. Yeah, he went and got a late 1G. Yeah, he got his stuff today. He went that way a woman. You see some of you. You gotta go away a woman. Is it when we a woman and got a late thing today? Yeah. So we'll be able to do that video and upload it, but it has to be proof first. So this is Cece with his stuff today. Yeah, which was very fantastic. Very good. It must made me to think otherwise. But anyway, we're getting there. Everybody got to play. We'll go clear. We'll go radio entertainment, we'll play. We'll go on this side, we'll play. Just like that will be operating. With God, all things are possible, right? Please stop loading to what they call it and get on screen. Our God. Here's our God. You see here? You see the guy there? The guy got a 1G. So every Saturday, there will be a draw. So when you play and then you don't win, keep the card and look for the WhatsApp number that we always announce. Take that WhatsApp number and send your card information, the code, your name, and your phone number. They will call you exactly and tell you. You will enter the draw. They will put you inside. You see yourself. Next Saturday night, you just wait now. Then you see a just running. The moment you start, no, boom. You collect your 1G. Yeah, that's why it is. But actually playing the card itself, it extends up to 10,000 or so forth. So you can win that. Right? Yeah. Is it my baby Uncle Martin play? The same place, selling quantity of car, he got $2 for Easter because he won. Yeah. So, one mother called me. They said they got $15. Yeah. But they said they bought 10 cards, they got $15. I said, how is that? Because that dollar now. So they said, yeah, I was able to get $15 on just one out of the 10. I said, wow, you're okay. All right. God is good and God is good. All right, so that's it. And I will try to talk more about this on tomorrow after the video has been up. You'll be able to see it. Yeah. And we think we are grateful to the Almighty God. Folks, it is now becoming so shameful, disgraceful for this unity party-led government. At least expected this. One thing I knew for sure when we was in power, because I was born 80, so I didn't see much in terms of real development. That the old man used to be talking about. Man, I remember, though born that time, but I remember for some good times I've played with the coins. So we used to get so now 10 cents, 25 cents. Yeah, I play with those coins. Those errors, yeah. So they say better days, yeah. I think I play a little bit into better days because the war started in 1990. So 81, 82, 83, 84, 85, 86. But that time, what kind of good, so they say, I knew, say. So 87, 88, I'm staying low grade school, and of course, but we the one used to play with the 25 cents, 50 cents, and 25 cents, 50 cents, 10 cents. Sometimes we used to, God, I want no life, Jesus. God wonderful. That we don't want this today not to do. Call ourselves big boy. You know, the 5 cent, the 10 cent, they used to get rusty. They used to be brown, real rusty. Then we'll take that money, we'll say we want clean it so that we'll go buy something to eat. We'll put that money in a sand. We put the heel, God, the heels of our foot. That one we'll put in the sand, we'll be squeezing it like this. We'll rub in it, then we'll rub in water on it, and all that thing will get clean. Then we'll carry it to go buy candy or something just to eat. So we knew the coin. We play with the coins, yeah. Because another money used to get branded out. But when we're to scrape that thing will get clean. That money will get clean. You will see yourself. You will see yourself inside that money. That we don't want you to do that one day. So you see that those are the times. So better days. But those better days, we did not feel it from governmental impact. What we felt it from was private sector. Because they had those companies, the bond money companies then were there. The Lanco companies were there. You had the LAC, you had Firestone. So the private sector was where most people went. So that's why you saw our parents, they migrated from their villages and towns, and then they went into those concession areas. That is where they born people like us. That's why you see us today we are who we are. Certain group of people you see in Margibi, they're not from Margibi County. But at their concession, their parents then went there. So the private sector was the one that the government heavily depended on at that time. But the private sector, you turn the other way around now, where government and everyone else depending on government now. It is the government that driving the labor sector now. Do you know this? It was the private sector that used to drive the labor sector. Because our parents, if you're working like you not work somewhere, forget it, you're not working. Nobody care about government. Say, who care about government at that time? No, nobody cares about government job. That's why you see most of our people, they didn't care about politics. It is now that we are caring about politics because the issue about empowerment or the issue of labor is now concentrated towards government now. When the government can give you job and opportunities, that's why you hear us causing the noise we're causing now. But those days, we didn't have time for you. That thing about mafia then you to be doing, so now they get ready. They say, oh, they come and carry rice press, or then you see we join there. It was just for rice business. It was not for making somebody president. That's why you see most of those people stay in power for a very long time, because what was the essence for revolting, especially when people had their companies then to go and work on and all those things. So people never had time for those things during those times.
I didn't care. But when I was studying Blama Do, Kodan Do in school, I was never dreaming about any political job to do representation or something. No, about thoughts. You couldn't even hear about what they said all the time we're living. When they say they're running election campaign, don't think we're not that we used to really see. Yeah, man, it was really difficult those times. We never used to see those things. Yeah, it was not our concern. Yeah, you know, like we used to just growl, money then will go up, and then we whatever we scrape our money then 10 cents when you finish scraping that one, you carry it. All you know is the person who's going to receive it. Ah, God. Those are the days we used to enjoy ourselves. Yeah. But you see, why am I saying all of this? We did not catch a glimpse of what governance was all about. So our parents, because they heavily relied on the private sector, so it was as a result of their labor, they felt that we could send their children to school. Because those days, when you're working with lack or so forth, sometimes if you don't have any family or any child, and then you got to send your children to school, so now you will take your brother children there, whatever you bring there, and then tell them, say you get in your name, so that they will incorporate them into the last school system for them to go to school. Because those things then were things then that our parents did. My father they didn't even pay school fees because they used to call it from all their money. They didn't even know or whatever it is, but they didn't care. They didn't used to pay those things. And how we started going to school. So you see, doing those things. So development was not like a breading on the national government like that. So because investors were here. So the private sector, you know, that's what used to really run the country. It was not government thing where everybody government, you are small, but I mean I want to be representative. You are everybody, I want to be president or whatever. Everyone else that no, nowadays we don't even care about those things. No. But again, that's why it is. So we started seeing government's responsibility, taking on its responsibility to cater for our citizens. And after the war, because that was when because Taylor came in, Taylor didn't take long, so we didn't see anything like that. So let's leave that. After the war, now when Ellen came in, and when we knew that it was important that government be able to restore the hope of a citizen, it was when the issue about government responsibility now started. And Omeo was here to help Ellen a lot. So we didn't utilize the opportunities to have built a society where when Omeo departs, we can now manage our own. We're heavily relied on Omeo until Omeo left. We didn't do anything for ourselves. We didn't build the necessary infrastructures using Omeo. We sat around here, allow Omeo, then come here, they left from here as though, you know, oh gosh, the country is very, very useless. Now, you see, we are here and we have opportunity and we don't utilize those opportunities and they are gone today. Today, we have gone broke and we are struggling. The Unity Party had the best moment ever after the war. Money pour in. Omeo was here. They were doing everything. I remember Germany 2008. Yeah, when they were carrying the World Cup, they began to do the analysis. Why people fight for this FIFA World Cup for economic boost? Because the moment you host that World Cup for a month that you are hosting for your country, economy will boom. So imagine Omeo being in Liberia for all those years. And Liberia did not boom. But the people can host World Cup in our country. In fact, before the World Cup starts, the money they will pump there just to get those students and the economy, people get job, they are working, all those things, right? Before the World Cup starts, all the money they pump in there, before they leave from there, people have gotten a job, they have done things for themselves, and so forth, right? Here we are on right here. That even more than the World Cup because the number of troops, 15,000 troops that were in the country, we not even boom as a country. But other countries that took World Cup thing and pass it around, those countries that boom, South Africa. Their country status changed. Economic health status changed. That's why you see people fighting for the bidding, the World Cup. Yeah, because it will provide economic boost for their people. People get their money, they will be able to change their lives. And that's very, very good. But look at how we are on right here that even more than World Cup. All the years, the money was right here. What we did with it, nothing. Ebola came in again. They brought plenty of money to the country. I think the world superpowers, 3 of the world superpowers came to this country. They concentrated themselves to this country. Germany came here. Yeah, Germany came here. China came here. And America came here too. Ebola time, they left. No better health infrastructure left in place. We went back to square one. That we had to come to power and start building health facilities. Oh, could you imagine? Ebola came to this country. We never, there is nothing, absolutely. That we can say, oh yeah, though they say every disappointment is a blessing, right? Good. So that other disappointment in Ebola, it didn't leave any blessing beyond at all. Right? Nothing, absolutely. Because when it in account, the health infrastructures will improve. You have a better epidemiology system. Because that is where, the epicenter for these kind of things are unfolding. So we'll say, oh yeah, we'll make Liberia a concentrated center for this. Because Liberia we'll tell you they was already talking about Ebola center for just epicenter. All these things that we are discussing here, but people don't understand it. Yes, say, oh, who told you? You give me late chance. There's nowhere I have worked that have never been successful. There's nowhere that I've worked that have never been successful. So the little chance people like, oh, we get that. What you see, we associate ourselves with successful people. You see, Joy, we are a successful man. That kind of man, you get around, you just rub in grace. And I kind of think, but you get around failure. What thing you will see? So you not failure you will get. That kind of man, look, here is it. Joseph Boakai that failure. Now you get around Joseph Boakai, now so failure you will get. That's also failure. And the most shameful thing that happening now in this country is for 90 days. 90 days are 3 months, right? Okay. How many months we go now? That day more year, we get 5 months into 1 year, 5 months. Could you imagine? So how many 100 days Joseph Boakai enjoy? Stay, we not see anything from him because we getting the 400 days of VLA. The second 100 days going added to the 400 days, beginning 200 days VLA. The 100 days it added there, nothing VLA. Every other thing, in fact, 365 days. We took 365 days and gave it to that man. Nothing sign came from inside VLA. We are even asked on there again. Nothing sign is coming from inside. So the most shameful thing that's happening now, and which is scary for our country, is the fact that people will choose to ignore their future and ruin everything in their now. I told you, boy, you don't about, oh, you thinking about your future, you thinking about your future. I just thought you all were talking that thing you know about future. Don't know you are futureless. All of you like everything about your future. I didn't know, all along I just thought our correct people who used to be talking that thing, oh, everything about your future. Oh, think about your future. No, you don't get future. Then you're talking about thing about your future. You say you get some. The thing you do, you get future inside. The thing you're doing in this country. What the future are inside the thing you're doing in this country? Whole day, think about your future. Think about your future. No, I am even more concerned about my future. That's what I'm here. If I didn't care about my future, I was not going to be sitting down here. People who don't care about their future, they don't want to leave their joy and say, me, I'm going to fight for only me and my family. And going to fight for only you and your family, it doesn't save a future for you. That's a lie. That's a wrong mentality. People don't know. You think about leaving this job, or if I were to leave this job now and say, I'm going to fight for me and my family, in what way am I saving the future? I will go in that future very much struggling. I will go in that future complaining. And you now see some old papa and say, the country will never change you. Because they themselves, they thought that by leaving to fight for this country, they were helping themselves. Now they are old. They have aged. They have no energy again. Don't think that they could fight against. They can't fight it now. Now they was laid within that future that they failed to have preserved for themselves. And they thought about leaving these jobs that call for them putting everything there so that tomorrow when they go rest, go in America. Most of the people that you see their own health benefits and so forth, they call them senior citizens. They get senior citizen cards. Those people working in the military. Those are people that decided to do it for their future. I was just talking to a friend of mine in the army. Yeah, I think he was telling me something about their military. He said, even in America, the man who is a captain now in the army, he will see a retired private and salute that retired private. You know why? That man has served diligently his country, and he will continue to be respected for that honor because he retired from the force with honor. These are the guys who say, look, we'll be selfless. We decided to do this. It's for the future. If you don't do it, you can't get it. So now they are old age. That's why you see they get the social welfare program very effective in America. old folks home, they are paying people, and the social welfare program, they are doing it because the people fought for their future. Now they are enjoying their future. They're not going to sit down in their future and suffer. But those of us that decided to leave it and say, look, let me go fight for me and my family, or this, that we don't want to sit in now, our children and be up beyond the horse, either we're parking in the street or we're doing something else and begging because we didn't care about the future. That the future for which people like us, we are here today. Going from courtroom, coming on the radio, you think I can be what they call going from courtroom call for serious research and things before you go in the courtroom. We got to be going from court. We come on the radio to preserve the future that we here and there because we think that I could go and say I just want to be doing my lawyer thing. I would, yeah, me and my family will enjoy ourselves. And when I concentrate on enjoy myself because I will get some cases, then I will be assigned. I will go any part of the country to go plead a case there for somebody. But how does that save the future for me when I'm an old lawyer now? I can't work anymore and there's no hospital to accommodate me. And I don't have any money to fly overseas. And no hospital here to help me. But at least when I fight for the future, tomorrow the hospital system have improved, the health sector has improved, and the entire governance system has improved. Tomorrow when I'm in my old age, I can now rely on our system. I can rely on our system when I'm in my old age. So now, because what y'all go sit down there, you'll be passing around. You're going to sit down and be passing around. And the most shameful thing that's happening now is for George Weah to take this country from gimmicks or shenanigans of politics or political trickery to developmental politics in this country is what that really challenging the whole order of people who knew politics only to be for tricking people. George Weah brought actual politics. I along, one of my prof, I don't know whether he's still alive or something like that. Yeah. Prof. Adesina, I think he taught me governance and for public administration, he used to be the head of public administration at AMIZA. He said people say politics is a nasty game or training. No, he said politics is a science. That Liberian people can look at politics, say politics is a nasty game, and this, that. No, politics of science. When you're doing politics, you think about the needs of people. You think positive about people. You read the sciences of people. How they are, in what way, in total and so what will it take them for them to be here? Where they're supposed to be that their current government is not taking them. So that kind of scientific research you will do as a politician, then when you come up, you say, look, I'm able to take you to the next level. That next level, you are going to be measured by that. So in what way can you lie in that? He said that. He said in one way, but our people care less here because they have a society that don't hold them to account for their actions. That's why they are careless. They don't care. Because there's no posterity system that is in place that will judge them. So they will do the wrongs of today and they still benefit from it tomorrow in the future. So they don't care about what they do today. But thank God now people are getting to be enlightened by the day. Our people are getting to understand what politics is about, politics of accountability. It is George Weah that introduced the politics of accountability and believe that, look, you can come in politics and then say one thing and you give the people different thing. So this benchmark that Weah has set, it is giving the whole order of politicians in the lives of Ambassador Joseph Yuma Boaka difficult order because they must subscribe to the old order. The old order is we get in power, we lie to the people, we trick them, and we tell them say we are doing this when there is nothing happening. Now, how do they match up with Weah? That we're giving a hard time. So as a result of that, what they are struggling with is they must lie to pretend that they are marching up to him. To the extent that what he did are things that they are clinging on to. And the unfortunate thing is that they are ashamed to acknowledge his input because they believe that there is no son of the soil who will just come from football field where they say he bring inside a foot, he bring out inside a hay, he bring inside a foot, and then he came to do this. We can't acknowledge that. Because we should always dismiss him. For the day Weah wanted to be president, they dismiss him. For the time Weah was president, they dismiss him. After Weah presidency, they are still dismissing things that he did. Because by acknowledging it, they will be contradicting themselves in their belief system about him. That's exactly what's happening with them now. So over the weekend, I saw my brother, women pay. He one person I respect in the Unity Party government. I told you we get things in common. So I respect him. So I saw the Unity Party people flying around with a post, or Unity Party journalists as well. They were flying around with his post. Not only Unity Party journalists, and journalists were flying around with his post, and he decided to critique and saying all kinds of things. I don't want to read what we wrote, but I was very interested in reminding him about what I knew or what I know. So he talked about the energy sector because for me, I'm labor skeptical because we are now in rainy season. I'm labor skeptical. The new AEC boss, yes, I'm labor skeptical to jump into conclusions. We are waiting. I know the grading period of the new AEC boss, so I'm very much skeptical for now. So I'm waiting until we enter the dry to start grading his performance from there. No disrespect to him. I knew that he was going to be a perfect MD because he works within the energy sector and he understands it beyond politics. He's not a politician. So he's a technocrat. For a man like that, for countries, 3 countries, Guinea, Liberia, Sierra Leone, Cote d'Ivoire, 4 countries, to look at that kind of man, say he must run a project. He knows his job. He's not a politician. He didn't come to the job to be a politician. No. He knows exactly what it is. He has the technical know-how. And there is a man who has been given his tax. And that's one of the best picks that His Excellency Ambassador Joseph Yuma Boaka had made. And I must say, so far, congratulations to him. People who are not politicians, when they come with their technical know-how, we shouldn't use political ignorance to condemn them, no. So we leave it like that yet. And I gave him kudos. But why this young man is working his expertise out, women pay, wears his political cap, and instead of speaking in a professional manner like I had always known him, he decided to follow the trend of Joseph Boaka in denigrating predecessors. And that's why one guy wrote, I think one guy tagged his post and said, but what are we working for when you have explained all the narratives and we are not prosecuting the people that you say stole money? Because everything Women Pay was saying that Samuel Tueren stole the money, they left lying, the day SYZ, blah, 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 blah. All Women Pay was saying that. In fact, worst of all, Women Pay was saying that chat with George Weah, with a childish government or this, that Women Pay, you got to stood that low. That way I felt so disappointed in you. I would never address you like that. I get high level of respect for you. I don't know how you look at it if I were to address you like that. But anyway, I will leave you on that. And I'm interested in countering you. When I get respect for people, it can be difficult for me to yet take care of, right? So I will leave you later. But at least expected you to fall in line with Joseph Boaka or whatever. You already have your job. You have nothing to prove, Chief. You are doing your job. You want to be a professional person, and that's just who you are. By the way, I think you're one person who they say you one time insulted former President Ellen Johnson Sirleaf with the Unity Party when you were in Unity Party. So you know how to make amends for some of these actions. You got to be a respecter of leaders or so forth. But I leave all of that, right? For me, I don't get a problem with people describing leader or insulting them or whatever. I don't get a problem with that thing there because it's a normal thing in the country that we all can do it. So that leader thing there, but I was taken aback. And I asked Women Pay. All the teenagers see passing around in the country here today. Let's ask the fair question. Let's ask the fair question. In fact, I will lay the analysis before I can talk any further. So let's take, for instance, somebody went and took over something from you. And according to the person, you did nothing to that place. But in 1 week, when the person went there, things just started booming up. Does it clearly mean that indeed you did nothing? No. There were some things you did. That's why I made it for them to be able to work within 1 week. If you didn't do anything there at all, it takes time. It will take you about 2 to 3 years before you can make it to work, right? Yeah, sure. Every project that you are seeing now unfolding all over the place, it is President Weah's. It's not about politics. When President Weah came to power, President Weah not let you. President, we are acknowledged that you have blueprints. Did he dismiss you people? He said no. He said you have blueprints. But we will do the work on your blueprints. Did we not say that? We are acknowledged that the Unity Party have blueprints. Right? We are didn't dismiss you people outrightly. He said you have blueprints. That means you have the designs and so forth. But you couldn't effect them because you didn't see them as priorities in effecting them. But we are here to do the job. Did we not say that? In fact, in sunset, you can keep your blueprint. What they call, I know something like that. You can your blueprint or something like that. Yeah, blueprint. Yeah, when you started hearing about blueprints. Yeah, we are did that with you people. Today, how is it possible that you didn't initiate a project and you visiting your project? You people that would know like this, that didn't want any small thing, you will not see them passing around. Even hand pump, they can go to A and tell you, say, we're doing it one here and there, blah, 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 all the kind of thing. They're sitting down there, they are riding on we are sweat. If you go to fire service, all those trucks, I can give you invoices of we are then procuring the fire service trucks and they didn't come in time until day. Because we are not contemplating about government. You know, we are not thinking about anything about 2023, you know what they call. So we are just working in progress. We are government, we as government was a government working in progress. Progressively. So you didn't care whether election was coming, there's that will, there's a no. Every other thing that you needed to put in place, you were putting it in place because you never thought about whether you will not win or you will win or whatever. You believe Liberia is bigger than anybody's personal ambition of winning. Whatever it is, that's it. You're going and pay day one. Let's go on. We got to get going. Those fire service trucks. Mo Ali came there and said that he got a routine at the time. The entire project supposed to germinate. That when they got there now, you see him flying around. What a sensible thing that you better know. With the exception of Mo Ali then putting money in renovation to be steady money. And then flying on people projects. Lying. They're not only taking we are project. That foreigners project and all. I was listening to the Tanton man talking about how Mo Ali took and I know certain organization project that they finish what they call and say that they didn't want only. They're not only stealing we are projects, but they are stealing foreigners, donors, NGO projects. They are stealing it as well. Is it not shameful? You're forced to mash up where we are. You don't know about developmental politics. You don't know about it. He knows it. He introduced it. He hasn't even taught it well. You're supposed to get a man chance. Let him take about 12 years to teach your developmental politics. They may haven't taught you well. Then you jump from there now. You say, oh, we are about to do the same thing. We are about to even do it better. The man who introduced his style of politics in Liberia, he hasn't taught you well. All you were doing, instead of you learning from him, you didn't learn from him. All you care about, oh, we all can't do it, we all can't do it. That's how some of you sit and you don't learn anything. So after stealing all these projects, what will you have to show for yourself? So when Wema Pay spoke and said all of those things, I remember in 2021, I was still at Truth FM. So we're invited to go to the Moncoffee Hard Rock. My friend Julius J was there, Kelvin Deming, Clarence. Yeah, Clarence was also there alongside Charles, yes. And all of them were there. So, you know, when journalists are coming out with these things, sometimes when you are part of these things and you hear somebody say these things, sometimes it just heals you as a journalist. Say, but many other story you tell here, the other successes these people scored. Why is it that why are you saying so? But maybe Wema didn't know, but you were just speaking. And that is where I felt a bit disappointed in him. So I'm about to show you. Wema Pay said we are then did nothing in the energy sector. When we came to power, I was at Truth FM. The first thing we then wanted to tackle, I remember Nathaniel Mageo having an interview. They said they wanted to bring a car power. Sending car power, it's a sea something, right? They wanted to put it on the sea as an immediate power project. That was we are thinking. So we did not bring two. In fact, there were two projects that we was slapped with in the face from the international community. One was the Igbo MAF that deal with the Southeastern Road project. That was the first. The second big project that we are intended to have instantly initiated in 2019 was the car power. He said the ship was coming to County C. They will connect to our electrical grid. While we are waiting to face the Moncoffey hardware and do all of the other things, people should have full-fledged electricity. I can remember the international community, the EU, the Swedish embassy, the American embassy, they came up with one press release and said if the government of the Republic of Liberia cannot pay the bills, the OLEC, they will not be interested in the government trying to hire an external source of power to supply Liberians. We are stuck. Y'all can remember those things. Y'all say you're journalists in this country. Y'all can remember those things. Oh, because you're scared to say when y'all say they will call your names. Y'all your business. Y'all sit there and be caring about names and don't do the right thing. For some of us, we don't care about whether they call our names or not. They will continue to call it, and it's up to them that they are business. That was the first power project that we hadn't wanted to initiate. They stop it. So we hadn't were forced to pay all the bills the Unity Party left behind, because when we hadn't look at the bills too much, they say, oh, but what people will be waiting for until we can pay these bills and then they have electricity. So let's bring this ship right here, close here, like Ghana then will do and whatever. Then while we are working on our own stuff, they say, no, you can't hold, you got to pay. The government of the Republic of Liberia had to pay those bills to LEC. LEC that the only way we'll be able to get more transformer, we'll get this to come go supply, supply the communities. Those times, how many of you in the community here? When we talk, when we talk time and look at 2017, 18, 19, if you look at that, from there, right? Before that time, when your transformer blow off in your community, you tell me how you're used to get the transformers. In fact, you never had AEC poles in your areas. That was another challenge. Let's leave that one. People were struggling to get connected. AEC poles were hardly seen in communities. They are talking about when transformer blows off. The community will put money together to get transformer. How long it will take you to get one transformer? So now 8 months, 9 months it will take for the community to get transformer. That's the kind of thing the CDC inherited. 9 months to get transformer. So now 8 months. So now we will put our own money together. I was in Tuporo, right? Tuporo, right? About the JR 100 compound. He listening to me say, when transformer goes on, so now I know that the men and second can blast the transformer or whatever it is, they will come and blast the transformer. That everyone can blast it, but you know the power capacity, because everyone else hanging on it, because some people don't get current to that place. So if you get current, you will send it to your enter place, your enter send it to uncle place, uncle send it to the place. So if the transformer capacity is a certain level for which they put it there, that whole community, everybody will hang on that one transformer and put problem on it. Then you will see the transformer will get problem. When that transformer problem starts, so now it will take months until the community members started having special task force to start protecting transformer in the communities, so that people don't just hang lines all over. It was not an easy thing to get power in Liberia. Oh no, we are when he just took over. We are paid all of that. So when Twaden went to we are, they explain all of the things. He said, but we can import transformers, and we have paid all people bills. Let's import transformers. Then they also told we are that the people don't have the connection is a problem, because even we have the CLSG, because we was working on the issue of the CLSG, right? So now we're coming to that CLSG now. We was working on the issue of the CLSG. When they look at it, they say, but then what's the issue? They said poles, connections. Most people were not connected. So even if you bring transformer in a community and they put it on the one pole, the same people will be interconnecting, connecting. The stress will come on the transformer. So we are saying, but then how do we solve it? We need poles and transformers, right? Samuel 12. You have to give the LEC people their money, we owe them. Let us give them necessary support. Let them connect more homes. The more they connect more homes, will solve the whole transformer problem. Since they started putting poles all over, that time we had about 6,000 homes connected. We had then took it up to 144,000. Before we had left power, it was around 200 and some more thousand. Will you imagine that? So like that, the stress was now off the transformers. That's why you see transformer problem now everywhere again, because you now find everybody having little transformer there to absorb their little currents around. That's how that problem was solved. And that's not all. to really debunk Wimo, I will play you this video. For me, I'm not here to can't speak without facts. No. You know, I told you I'm not a politician. I'm a Liberian, true Liberian. You know, the weird kind of politics that we are told people say no, if you want you politician, whatever. The current managing director, Mohammed M. Sharif, in 2021, you know, the CDC officially took over. The election was in 2017, right? So 2018, the CDC officially took over. 2019 made them 1 year. 2020, 2 years. So in January of 2021, barely 2 years after the CDC, because the first concern of the CDC, George Weah, was to see to it that 2019, 2020, they must care about the issue about transformer, AEC poles, people must be connecting people homes because they talk about paying the AEC bills and all of that. People must be connected into homes. That was their first targets and thing there. So they work on that. Keep playing your catch giveaway, and I on star 7 and star 24 hash. Like I told you, we are back, and I so that you do that, I'll do the draws automatically. Will get to you, and that's the only code you should be keeping. Like I said. So this CLSG line here, la Côte d'Ivoire, Liberia, Sierra Leone, and Guinea. Now, what they call CLSG transmission line. That's all entire connectivity power grid, something like that. Ivory Coast wholesome, Guinea can sell to Liberia, Liberia can sell to Guinea, all kinds of things, and that's why it is. So we have Mohammed, our own, very much blessed to have our own. The Unity Party initiated the project. The whole CLSG. So when we saw that, they were laissez-faire about it. They didn't care about it. And I'm telling you, even transformers were issues. Poles were issues. They were just owing. They didn't care about power extension to people's homes. They didn't care about that. So when we came in fighting for solutions, they said this is one of the biggest projects that we can initiate, and most of the homes will be connected. You go to counties. It's not just Mosurado County. You have it everywhere. So they're calling to Mohammed. You're about to listen to him. In 2021, I was part of that delegation when we visited there. He said the transmission site for the CLSG, the biggest power plant ever, that will benefit almost the entire country and even neighboring countries. The Unity Party, they didn't care about that. So they said, when toward them, whatever they went to, we said, you put the money inside. Because the donors are willing to spend. The EU and all of them, they are willing to spend. What we can do, let us do a one-stop shop. Everyone else come together. The fund, we put it there. It works. And where did they meet that project? 20%. You come and listen to the man said the thing was on a flow. When CDC came and took over it, it was on a flow. And could you imagine when the CDC got in power? 2018. January 2018. From 2018 to 2019, 1 year. 2019 to 2020, 2 years. 2020 to 2021. You see there? But listen to what the young man said. Let me share it with you now so that you get it. For me, I don't let you just talk like that. You're going to listen to the young man. That thing that women people were talking, I want to say, women, you don't understand what you are saying. Everything you want to jump inside to just talk. There is a current MD, the man you're talking, all the thing about how he the one make power now, what they call blah blah blah. There is a man here talking so let us listen to him, please. I beg you. I will you fool. Let all listen to him. Let us have our time, listen to him right here with us.
We do have lady or ladies. Oh, okay. Welcome, gentlemen. We brought you here today just to take stock as to where we came from as a CLSG project, where we are, and where we are headed. Let me first start with where we came from. 2017, when this government came into being, we at Transco CLSG, the agency responsible to implement the CLSG project, we clearly engaged the government of President George Weah the pro-pool policy agenda, development agenda. Part of that pro-pool development agenda was a top key priority, which is the electricity. As you all may be aware, the CLSG project is an interconnection project linking 4 countries, 1,303 kilometers, linking Cote d'Ivoire from Man all the way to Yekepa in Liberia, from Yekepa to Buchanan, from Buchanan to Mankofi, Mankofi to Bowaterside, from Bowaterside all the way crossing Sierra Leone into Guinea. But let me concentrate first in Liberia. From Man in Cote d'Ivoire, there where the initial supply of electricity will be coming from to Yekepa. There is a 225 kV substation in Yekepa. What does it mean? It's a connection point where the LEC will be connecting to our substation to supply electricity to people of Nimba and beyond. Then from there we will connect to Botota. Botota substation will be there for central Liberia, going to southeastern Liberia, and also to the north in Lofa, Bon, as far as the southeastern for Botota. There is a substation there. Then from Botota we are going straightly to Buchanan, Grand Bassa. Buchanan substation will be there to connect the people of Grand Bassa County, Riverside County, as well as some part of Magibi. From Buchanan we come to Mankofi, which we are now today. This Mankofi substation is the biggest among the CLSG substations in 4 countries. The Mankofi substation. This is mainly there for Monserrado. Given the population density of Monserrado, will be there to supply Monserrado. So if you look at the back there is a substation owned by the Liberian government, LEC. We will be connecting with the LEC substation to supply Monserrado County. Then from here, we also have a substation in Mano. That substation is meant to be connected to supply the inhabitants of Bapolu, Bomi, and Cape Town County. That's how the CLSG project was structured. So when a new government came into place, part of their pro-pool agenda, electricity was a key priority, as I said from the beginning. So we work with the Ministry of Finance and the Ministry of Energy to ensure that nothing stops. It becomes government of continuity. And what do I mean by that? We needed to fund additional financing for the project because due to the Ebola crisis, when the Ebola was over, there was additional costs to the project, approximately 52 million. So we needed to get that money quickly. Minister Tour and his team immediately joined collaboration with us. We fought hard, negotiated with the relevant stakeholders, including the donors. The donors in this sense is the World Bank that provided the additional financing. So we went about to get that additional financing. It was signed and ratified in the legislature. So the minister led that whole process. We went to the legislature, we signed it. That gave life to the project. And at that time, the physical implementation, everything here was at the flow. The entire project in Liberia was about close to 20% physical implementation. And I'm proud to say now, where we are closely around 97% completion from Man all the way to this particular site.
All right, so let me just stop there. That's the key, right? The man said where we are now, the whole thing here were on the floor, 20% physical implementation. And this man is talking to us in 2021 and said the thing is at 97%. 20% you made something. And in just 2 years, you were able to take it to 97%. There is a government that stole all the money. They tore down their roads. George, we are stealing. From 20% to 97%. That their own MD, who's there now, he was narrating this at that time. Not their own MD. I don't want to tie in all with Unity Party people, professional guy. That the MD who there now, he was stating this at the time. Listen to this. These are facts. So for women to sit and say, these people just used to be passing around doing nothing, but we have to sit down together. What about you see the kind of success story they're making about in 2 years? Women, you energy minister, I know I understand the enthusiasm or whatever it is, and for Bwaka, for you to continue to serve in his government, you must be ruled like him. I know that one for sure. That's the code. For you to continue to work in Bwaka government, for him to think that you own a side, you must either insult Wia or you be rude to him. That's the only way you can maintain your job in Joseph Bwaka government. Because Joseph Bwaka can get problem with Wia and be disrespectful to Wia, then you be followers. You whatever. So the little job you have now, women, I know the only way you can prove to your boss that you want to defend it is to insult Wia or to denigrate the CDC. And you are a professional man. I respect you a lot. I know you got to play according to Bwaka. So that's the only way. But the truth is there. So let the brother continue. Because the brother was saying something just now and I want for you to get up pie again.
Budget. And at that time, the physical implementation, everything here was at the flow.
Was at the flow.
The entire project in Liberia was about close to 20% physical implementation. And
everything here was at the flow. You see, look at long wire, then with the planted all over the place. All the thing happened within a split of 2 years. Because everything was on the flow. They say we are. Then they say development.
Hard to say now. Where we are closely around 97% completion from Man all the way to this particular substation. And if you take it so, Bo Waterside, you'll be around that 95-96% complete. So that's a significant improvement in terms of the efforts we've made to ensure that the project is implemented in the schedule according to the schedule. So that's number one. Number two, what is the relevance of this project? The relevance of the project is part of the ABC of development. As you all may be aware, electricity is so important for farm to market road, for schools, hospitals. So part of the project we have what we call rural electrification. Rural electrification's aspect of the project, it means you have 2 to 5 kilometers apart, both sides of the project. All the villages are along the way, from Nimba all the way to the Cape Man side. Every village along that route, once you are 5 kilometers apart, both sides, direct electrified.
You're here. You see, some of the things you can be talking. Women. In fact, our people there in the villages and town, the rural electrification, we had did that part before he even left. People in Cape Man were enjoying current. Bon County, Kakata, all the areas, rural electrification, we are launching. Going Bon County, rural electrification, Nimba County, right. What else y'all get to say now about power? But the exception of most of other countries, in fact, Ganta, when you used to go Ganta and think the power, yeah, Canada, so now, just for seconds, the thing that we're enjoying now. That Nima people are enjoying it ever since. That what we have, because the complications that were in place. Now that we have whatever it is, we think we can improve on it, and excellent. We have a technocrat there who can make it to work. Excellent. It's going to work. So what thing you talking here that you condemning now? What thing was not in place that you condemning? What was not in place that you are condemning?
Right. And this component is financed by the African Development Bank. So the CLSG project is financed by 4 donors: the World Bank, the African Development Bank, the German Development Bank, the KfW, and the European Investment Bank. In Liberia, the African Development Bank is financing the rural electrification component, as well as the land linking from Man all the way to Yekepa to Zirikuri. Then the World Bank is financing from Yekepa to Buchanan, from Buchanan to Mankofi to the border of Sierra Leone. The World Bank is financing that. The KfW is financing the substation at the Mankofi, the substation in Buchanan, the substation in Yekepa, the substation in Botuta, and the substation at the Mano. So by the time we begin commissioning, the good news now is beginning next month, the end of February, we will begin commissioning the line. That's the good news. And that's why what does that mean for the ordinary people? It means currently when you are paying something like 30 cents or 37 cents, that will be significantly reduced. making electricity affordable, not just affordable, but reliable to the ordinary people, meaning that students will be able to read, go to school, health centers will have electricity to run their hospitals, market women will be able to store their produce through the refrigerator. They don't need to damage their product or make it cheap for fear that no storage facility and so forth. So these are the things, and businesses that are coming, foreign direct investment that are coming into the country, they will have hope, they will have the belief as they enter into Liberia, cost of production certainly will be reduced. Because as it is now, cost of production should constitute more than 50% of production in this country. So if you have reliable, affordable electricity coming into the country, that in itself is a boost not just to economic growth, but to economic development. There where we are. And again, let me extend my thanks and appreciation to the government of Liberia for their unflinching support and continued support to the CLSG project. We've not finished yet. We are still moving. But we are at a stage where very close to the tunnel. And that's why I told the Minister of Finance yesterday that, Mr. Minister, thank you so much, but the job is not done yet. We have to push it to the finish line. And that's why he's developed what we call a one-stop shop solution, bringing LEC, Transco, other stakeholders, everything to the same table. One place, we address all the issues so that come next month, we will achieve what we all yearning for. That is to start commissioning end of February. So ladies and gentlemen, I just wanted to quickly brief you on that. I will take you on a tour so that you can clearly see the physical infrastructure. It's no longer theory. It's no longer what you see maybe in movie or movies. This is the practical substation that you are seeing. The pre-testing concluded. Is ready to be energized. What is really going on now, the connection between this substation and that other substation.
All right, thank you so much, Sherry. Thank you so much. So in one way, the kind of messaging makes it difficult for you to understand that the free flow of electricity you're enjoying today, the credit goes to where? What did Unity Party get to boast of now? So what did they really get to boast about now? So let's agree, even Cora will never go again. What did you heard from the MD that they're now? What is it that you just heard from them? So y'all want to tell me that Bwaka don't get nothing at all that he able to show? There's nothing that Bwaka is able to point to that he has done of his own, say he got there, but here his group are just there. Oh gosh, they are just there lying all over the place. They want that they men said okay. This is the government's priority. What thing we are Bwaga stealing chicken farm or chicken poop, chicken portrait. They call it chicken portrait, chicken farm. They play the chicken basket. You know, they play, you can keep the chicken, right? And they call it chicken. Like they play Bwaga stealing that one or he passing there. And here his group, they are seamlessly saying these things in this country. But you know one good thing? Our people are now enlightened. We are not joking. We are enlightening them by the day. Our people now know the truth. Today you see them showing roads. You see how sycophantic they are? These people are showing road. We're going community road. That is sour road and Joseph Boga used to be talking about that. What is showing there? So it have been sour road and thing. When the major road that Joseph Boga building, with the exception of the community road, the community road and you be calling sour road. They are building sour road. Then they're talking about what they call sour road. That is seeing sour road and you're taking your passing around with here. So what a fresh idea that Joseph Boga and his group brought now. Sour road. And Joseph Boga he said that they're building sour road. So what a fresh brain. What is it? What is the new thing that I really want to see from them? What is it? When women pay, were talking, I just going to ask myself, I want a women pay new in the country to get transformer, to even get LEPO tree to your house. It was not an easy thing in this country. We had to buy our own iron poles so that they will put the current wire on it, it will reach to our houses. And how the transformer used to be under stress. Because when we hang our own wire there, the next person can hang it from our own area straight there. They will be hanging wire poles just going. So like that, now everything, the transformer. In no time, the transformer blows up. Then they will tell you, say the transformer, the guy that will come, the AC guy that will come to you to tell you, say, oh, the transformer oil finish. The oil not finish for you, the transformer. So you got to buy oil so that we'll put inside. How much for 1 gallon? You got to put money together. Each house will pay about 30. And for us to get one transformer is around 700. The community chairman will get around people. That kind of life, that what we're living in here. And we are eased out of that. And you're not able to give credit. Today, because the new AEC boss has come, and you're failed and you don't have international connections to have worked on these things, this young brother has come with the confidence in him, his personal connection. Not Joseph Boga connection. Now that we are time where we are went to connect the country with Africans and went to Alassane Ouattara. He went to him and talked to him and said, Chief, please try to help me for my country. So that thing, we are went to people begging them to come. They want Angela about that young boy, your own connections. He is now using, say, look, the way I'm there now, I can guarantee you people that will put in place the proper mechanism. You know, I must say I work with the system. I know exactly what it is. What thing really is it that you're what they call it? The young man own connection. Baka does not have any connection. You don't have any other connection. You listen to the man. The man say, we and two of them got together. We got to go look for donors and talk to them. And the man start listing the donors that supported these projects. And donors can only support your project if they have confidence in you. Investors can only come in. The donors will only come in if they have confidence. When your owner investor there with a confidence now, no confidence, then you dare denigrating other people will not pay. Chief, what did really you're talking? That is conference and you listen to that your own narrative that's so conference and how United Party can steal money. United Party stealing can go from conferences to conference. They had to call a photo meeting. They have to have the other meeting. The other meeting was held on the side. The other thing that had against steal money. United Party used to conferences. They are used to renovations. That had again eat their own money. So you listen to women pay all a narrative. Did not speak to anything else but saying, oh, we met with so and so technical working group. We talked to the other group. We talked with the other group. We went to the other country. We talked to the other country that had the money can be going, and your places were still dark. That had a meeting and used to be held. So you see where we are now. Just stop these things, women. Women, some of you are going down bad with it, Joseph Boga Pape. I told you, I said, anybody who assures you with Boga, you will bury yourself with him. And you see what you're doing to yourself? Chief, acknowledgement is very key. That which you wrote, I know you are a man of African tradition, and you believe in our educational culture system because you grew up in our education system. You know about appreciation is cutting in our education system. Acknowledgement and appreciation very key in our education system. If you grew up there, you will not dismiss things that people do outright there and say they did nothing. Just stop this thing. Just stop. They Papa here to please the Papa business. Is there anyway? Papa say you will dance with the devil. So saying he dance with the devil and he devil. Oh, he work on and got to dance with the devil. He the devil now. So as a result, that's what happening. But anyway, it's up to you people. Y'all keep doing what you're doing. We are here watching. Y'all continue. Y'all continue. One thing I know is it's good to acknowledge people when they are doing something with me. That which you did was very terrible. It never had to be you saying that. Anyway, let's get to the line center with you. Have eaten up most of your time now. 20 minutes left. Yeah, we can manage it. Yeah, and then I'll be out of here. Call us on 0776 104 104 500 104. No wonder Eugene Nangbe said you have vision rules. They not just vision rules, but they are project rules now. So they have added project rules, something to it now. What kind of people they will get in your country? Why you always be like this? Yeah? God, this country. Nobody has to sit anywhere. You see, one thing, there were people who were telling me, oh, we should take project and they tell you say you can lie, you got to be showing project. No. Every project commences with delegation. So once they didn't dedicate enough for them. So do you have to be passing around? No, you don't have to do that. The Labrimpo themselves know it. So nobody cares. Just go on the internet. Just put there. Internet connection. Let me say, AEC connection, George, it will drop. So if you don't want to go do research on your own, and you allow United Party to be fully here, nobody got to go there. No, everywhere we are when there are stories on it, everywhere in the newspapers, except they try to delete some of those posts or the payroll newspaper posts you bring up. And that which I know will be difficult. They can't even do that one. They can get it from there. So the moment you Google it, you put it there. Oh, President, we are dedicated so and so. Rural energy. President, we are dedicated more homes. Just put it in your Google, it will come there. They will tell you where all we are connected. So that's in a minute that the noise that we're going to be causing be passing around. I see one guy go out and say Rennie Dapo. You got the CDC people, there's all be passing around. To say what? The Labrepo don't know. Oh, the time you said the election that came here, so the Labrepo voted, you think they didn't know what they voted for and voted against? I beg you, man, you'll find place to her. You'll find place to her. The only thing is when you know the party put ticket, when you go to the internet, we take it from there, we show you to them, say, don't lie. We're not going to stop them from lying, or they will lie. They will debunk the lies. Nobody can stop the party people from lying. They will lie because they're supposed to lie. So we're not stopping them from lying. We will make them to lie. We don't know about it. Then when they put it outside and then we jump behind it. There are some things that I want to. I can't talk here because I know they will do it. Because now when I'm talking, they will not do it again. So that's the result. That's why you see, I started the whole thing. I started about Unity Party. They have learned a lot from me. There are some things that Unity Party has started putting in place because of what I've been running ahead saying what it's supposed to do. So this time I'm not doing that advisory thing again. I'm not doing it again because me, I'm a doorman. I'm not doing any advisory opinion on the show again. No, I will never do preemptive advisory opinion on the show. I will leave it like that. When they finish blundering now, then I can't advise them on what they're supposed to have done. That they play with Anna. So I don't get that, but I'm against Unity Party. It will just close our mouth. We're not showing them anything. Yeah, they take it. That the time they will see that we know that enough for them. Nobody stopping Unity Party from lying. They will continue to lie. Let them take anything they want to take. The moment they take it the one wrong way, they will go for research. We bring it. We made them to be liars. They get shame. That I will operate with it. We're on it. We are moving. So thanks so much to all of you for the time until we can be back here with another fresh edition. We're here for our country and we're setting together. Don't worry. Let me get to the line and I talk to our females. We're setting to get in there. Hello, how are you doing?
Good evening, AB.
Yep, please go on. Let's
this
listen
is
to you.
J.P. Williams. I'm calling from Johnsonville.
Yeah, let's hear from you quickly.
As you earlier spoke about acknowledgement, Joseph Boka will never acknowledge President Weah. Even when I stay in Johnsonville, the part of Johnsonville I am. When we went to LEC, because LEC, when we went there, they said they don't carry light poles, places that don't have, houses. And then they want to look at the landscaping. So this is it. When we went there, we got the people, the man said, this project is 2023, this part of Johnsonville will be electrified. So because, and that's how they came around, they did mapping and they marked our houses. So right after that, they had another team that came here and started acknowledging us in the community, and the community chairman that plum trees and then coconut trees should not be hindrance to the development, and people agreed to cut down the cash crops. Okay, then this is what happened because they know that the election was coming, they politicized the whole thing. The very day he was thinking, it was when they started marking our houses again so that they can say on his budget. So how possible would that be the day you thinking you never even had a signature of anything, then you want to take it as your own thing, you want to book out about it? Well, let them go ahead. Thank God that there are evidences there, which is the voice messages and the recordings that you people did will set as a reference. Thank you for having me.
Thanks, ma'am, for your contribution. Hello, how are you doing? Let's hear from you. Hello, how are you doing?
Hello, Epic Gostin Williams.
Yeah, let's hear from you quickly to the issue.
How you doing, sir? It's your life.
Fine, go ahead.
Okay, then me with me Siliki Kuma, your brother Nima Kande Siliki calling for real life opposite Coca-Cola factory.
All right, let's hear from you, boss.
For Eddie, they the party people that just ungrateful for my son. Can you imagine in Nima Kande can cause conflict? We don't have current before. It was June Joey time. Every cell people local to conflict. It was even in Bang. The outdoor living there. It was Joey administration that we had letters in Bang. Eddie, anything Joey doing in this country, they're so-called person that will take a greater for everything. And we pray God, the Almighty Allah will take disgrace every day, everything Joey did. They try to bury it. Well, Almighty Allah will disgrace and bring down the public ridicule. We agree. If Joel let the power, why you can everything, why you can't appreciate it? You will tell what were you? Even if you appreciate Joel, don't mean your government collapse. Baby, we the Nibana was just ungrateful Salman Swan or to do the Bible punish you. God bless you.
Thanks, boss, for your contribution. We appreciate. Hello, how are you doing? The next caller we get.
Good evening.
Yeah.
Baby.
Yeah.
This is Monica Tower.
Yeah,
I'm calling from Ghana District for Tomorrow Trial Movement.
Let's hear from you, Chief.
First thing, let me really commend you for the topic this evening. And for me, I am not basing my argument this evening on political party, but we're talking about the benefit for the country and the people, right? Maybe what former President just now we are into the presidency. Even the urban and the rural area from Cranky, you know, they have a plan that they call from Tierney to go Mambo. It's a big down our bill between them. And for government to expand in most of the community, like New Georgia, even so in most of the country here, like no, President we are administration. Yes, he did a part for the people. Today, if the other administration into place, you want to criticize about body, the cornerstone will not be erased, but you will say anything about somebody, but legacy of that person will never ever erase. And one thing the former president did here, and for me, I will continue to commend him as a civil. You know, maybe for our policy now to divert from insult to development, you know, and now everybody will be asking, and during President Wiata, he did this. Why put it's a battle between the administration and the administration, because he had to prove to the Liberian people that what he was saying about young men yesterday and today they will do contrary. But as for me, really everybody observing the rules in the country, it be how things are going. So the electricity issue, everybody know in the country, yeah. And Senator made a statement. He said. And grassroots now it will be a university of yesterday. They were denying that, and everybody saw the grassroots. It was very difficult for the current to take. But now when small reasons coming, they feel they're stable. So for me, I will continue to commend all those who have good mind, good intention for something. But you should not come and tear your only opportunity because you want to put your own on the table. It will not be accepted. So for me, everybody has to respect one another here. That thing will be correct.
All right, thank you, boss. Let me get to medicine and medicine. What's up? Let's listen to you quickly. Yeah. Hello, Edison. Let's hear from you. Yeah, let's hear from you.
How you doing?
Yeah, I'm fine.
You see, I just want to throw light on the electricity issue. AB, it was during George Weah time that ban Nima County receive electricity. The current came to Nima County during Ellington. They from Africa to Campley, from Campley, Senegal, Ganta, from Ganta to Secretary, from Secretary to Tapeta. They said ban was not located on the main road. The main ban was electricity. Every time they have counter setting in Senegal, youth grew a come from ban. They go to Senegal and start protesting, even on the Nima legislative caucus, that they want electricity. So we had to come to power. They planted power from Secretary all the way to ban and electrify ban. Okay, they said the men did not do anything. But the things then that they made it, that the thing they want to clean. Look at the road that are going to Branjile or Upper Highway. I get another newspaper on my phone. Got the movement that newspaper came. I saved it. We are secure funding for Upper Highway with African Development Bank. 4 funding. That's a airline. We are secure 4 funding. The public works minister under president, we have program in Tabeta. She went and program in Tosa Granjile, and they awarded the road to contractors. Because the road was paid for by African Development Bank, the road is going on a Buaka, and they are claiming the passing with a picture all on Facebook running around with it. And during the campaign, there was a between the secretary, clearing the road from secretary to go to Watabeta in the presidential campaign. How can people be claiming things that Georgia did, and they say he didn't do anything? And they got nothing to show. The portion that were going to look what that stop in Campley, why they can't continue it? The one that came from Canada are going to secretary, why they can't continue it? But the one that African government give the money 100%. And because the money is there, that why money running around with it. People are criminals, AB, they are criminals. And the thing is like stupid. All the things everybody's sleeping. They are not sleeping. We got evidence. And we know the reality. They put themselves, no, it's just a printing them. Criminal food and nigga people against Georgia that are Ellen government will pay for the road, that Ellen will pay the road. Okay, so Ellen left power. Georgia left power. Almost 6 years ago. They've been in power for 2 years now. Why the road can go? The one that are going to look at the why can go. The one that are going to affect the why can go. Thank you for the program. These are criminal.
All right. Thanks, boss, for your contribution. We appreciate that. Back to the female line. Hello, how are you doing? Yeah, let's hear from you, ma'am. Hello? Hello? Wow. Ma'am, you having late challenge, especially on your phone. Let me come see my people who playing tonight. Hello, how you doing?
Evie.
Yeah?
Yeah, today's your mom. I'm ready from State Street.
Okay.
You know, Evie, the people, they are shameless. They are shameless. They will be on the thing until their time finished. Because everything they criminal for themselves. But thank God that God made you to go to school to continue to tell us and explain this thing to us. And we were here, we saw whatever judge we had did. What they failed, when you see them happen, even the crush, when they get wasting the center of the road, that the development of the road is doing. Yeah, electricity. Even George Reactor, it was 100%. But see the one we in now, to next that Christmas like. When they will ever let
in your own community?
I say Christmas like, Papa.
What area you live? Because everybody in the country get current now.
10th Street.
What is?
District 8.
10th Street, right there? Then the people still in the current now. Then they still in the current now because everybody get good current now.
Where? You let them. Oh, boy. You let them. You let them. What is son? You know they kind of hack your heart position. Your heart can make you. I don't care how you fight to do things good. You will not do it. It will not happen for you because you don't get good. Because they get good for Joshua. They're not grateful to say thank you. They're not able. So they're fighting. They can't make it. Rather, that will be only until the time finish. They go through that.
All right, I like that, man. You'll be the patience, and that's what we are saying in the church. I will call that short clip. He said, "Let's bear patience." Hello, how you doing?
Yeah, Abby, good afternoon.
Yeah, fine.
Yeah, this is Lucy calling from the USA. You know what, Abby? I think it's just simple. You know, when you got people that are visionless, right? They will always come in the view of other people to claim other people's glory. That's who Joseph Boka is. Joseph Boka got no vision for Liberia. So Liberian people should not be expecting anything extra that he's going to do, baby. That's why you see, even his government official, you know what happened just a few days Friday? He had to suspend, I think, 2 other persons from, I don't know, NASCO or whatever, for the same corruption. Because they got no vision. So the only thing they will be able to fool the Liberian people with AB is that the work that Joshua was carrying on, some of the work that he completed and the one that he didn't complete, Joseph Boka will be going around just showing that he did them because our people don't understand, bro, AB. But Joseph Boka got no vision. So the people of Liberia had to understand that Joseph Boka never come to solve any problem, bro, AB. He came to help himself. You look at Joseph Boka after 2 years, bro, AB, of vice presidency. Look at the papers, the way you were looking at compared to now. Now, he worked at Boka, she just came from Ghana on a treatment to tell you that he not even bleed in the health sectors in the country. So his wife gets sick, she had to go to Ghana to tell you that the papa got no vision for the country. So you, Liberian people, to understand that Boka didn't come to do anything, but rather to just take that stage here, enrich himself and his children and those that are around him. So Liberian people should not waste that time. Thank you for the time.
Thanks, boss, for your contribution, and I appreciate that as well. Right here tonight on his die. And I'm struggling. I don't know whether you're playing, but I'm struggling to get what I ought to get. But of course, tomorrow you can go out there and then get your Liberty Fortune scratch card. It's right there into the market. The games have started, winnings have started, and of course, people are winning bigly. And it's good that indeed to get it tomorrow. I'll be able to show you the video about our guy. And right in there. So this is it right here on this die, and this is it on this die. We are certainly getting there. Ebi Kone.
Hey, good evening.
What's up, boss? Let's hear from you.
Thank you so much. Every man can just call the case. Your job we have for January, 2018, January 22nd, 2018 to January 22nd, 2024. Job we did not do nothing. You get everything to work at them. That case close. Yeah, Ebi, this is just ungratefulness. to see Womope. But Womope is a rude guy. The man insulted the former president Ellen Johnson on her birthday. That your friend, eh?
When he's angry, he can really
So,
lose his
Evie,
cool, man.
the only way the society will be straightened up, call your friend out if he or she does the wrong thing. That's it. Evie, this man is not man of decency. On the former president Ellen Johnson said it on her birthday. Congo time, Padre Koro, we more pay, saw that woman there. Did he won't pay that decent person? No, he's not. How you would say, no, the message said it. The anti-managing director. When President we are told over in 2018, it was by 20%. But that day when he told you, it was about 97, 96%. Allah, ain't play the clip,
yeah. No, it's clear.
What the argument was about?
That one, they know that one already.
What the argument is about? Try to do your own. When President we have to over one of the side of the Japan free, the Japan free was completed. He completed the other one, come and said to go dedicate that place.
Yeah, yeah.
That's it.
That's it. You're right.
Simple as that. The prayer is for every one of us. Do your part. Totmo de part. Did the part. The 6 man council, 7 man council, everybody that will hide in our country, they did their part. They're gone. Waka will not last forever. So you do your part. Forget about your project. What are you dancing around? You that you're not dancing around, you see a person, you friendly with either more. Do your part. Do your part. That's all. All the project, give it to them. Yeah, that one will certify them. But give it to you know, you just give it to them, AB. It's just crazy.
Let it give everything to them.
AB.
Even the speakership.
Let me say something.
The speakership, everything to them.
Everything. Just give it to the people. Just give it to them. Let it carry. That's what they want. Just give it to them. No, AB. Let's wait for the dry season. Let's wait for the dry season, yeah. Let's wait for the dry season.
Yeah, I'm a bit skeptical. Yeah, I'm skeptical. I don't want to run too much.
Let's wait for the dry season. And say he come up with press conference that he are getting at least 75 to 80 something from Africa. Then okay, but otherwise I'm waiting for the dry season. Yeah, before I can praise him.
All right. Thank you.
But right now, no, I'm not just drummer. 2 more acting. Then I start praising somebody. No, I'm not praising. Let's wait for the dry season.
Thank you.
That's what I can say.
Thank you, boss. Yeah. We are getting there. And like I always told you people, for me, the country for all. Also. Yeah.
We'll all get there by the grace of God. That will be better. My name is Eddie P. calling from Chicken Factory. Remember the respondent defense team.
Yeah, Eddie P.
Eddie, you know, one more pay there. I'm just sorry for them. Anything they do, they will hold there. We always tell them, say that you just kill like 6 years, like 100 years. Today, if you can get a great president, we are one more pay. Who you can't do it to? But what good can tell you, come Chicken Factory, or no president, we are regime. Chicken Factory was elected. The people were happy. So, why are you coming for? You lying. Every lie you listen to the recording that you play. The recording that you just play. And you NC boss. Let Womope listen to it so he can be seen. You know, Womope they just go to school, maybe they not get sense. So be honest with you. They get all the people on the internet. How many who are connected? Then you come and lie, Womope. It's so disgrace to you, Womope. So what kind of school you go to now, Womope? How do you come and lie? It is easy. Even my lesson, you said, what percent we have to do, and you come to electricity. Womope, you stop the thing. Some of your in the country, I want to lie to you after they begin here. Without missing our work with tell, we will run for the country. Without missing what you because what you're doing today, why would get all percent we have? Thank you. We always here. Why you're so wicked that you're president? Everything you wanted, that the other person said, see that everything you wanted, you're taking up. You're just taking it. You want to sell a level you. Anything you want to do, you're doing the labro. You want to sleep on labro, a level you. You're not just saying for more pay? Or you're president, you're president? What you so? You're very dedicated president we are. If you will say that for you to cry for more president we are, one more pay, I will tell you, next time you put more president we are, you will regret your entire life. You will disgrace you, one more pay. President Mera, you come to put more president we are. You just say one more pay. Thank you, my Eddie.
Eddie P. And thanks so much. Let me try to share this and here. We just okay, we almost getting there. Hello, how you doing? Hello? Hello?
Yeah, good evening, Eddie.
Yeah, hello, how you doing?
Yeah, good evening.
Yeah, hello?
I'm about Eddie. How's it?
Yeah, fine.
I've been on my little break. I've been following the program anyway.
Okay.
You know, they like better way can't finish. So for me, I just I said, let me just go on and they leave. But I just chose to speak on the LEC thing today, right? There are a lot of people who don't understand how that man coffee thing have been working from normal days made from the 80s. When we were kids, we knew how LEC was being run between the bond money company and LEC. During the dry season, LEC will partially supply Monrovia like in the day, and Boma will supply Monrovia in the night. Just imagine as small inhabitant Monrovia were at the time. During the dry season, Boma will mostly supply Monrovia and the inhabitants. Then during the rainy season, LEC will supply bond mine. That was the rotation before the war. So people who don't understand how the whole quarantine works, during the dry season, the water level in that hydro would normally go down. So I see people celebrating and talking about, oh, the LEC man, he's doing XYZ. As soon as the water level goes down and you don't have the CLSG line, the previous
You're right. Our water level is a challenge.
Yeah. And once the government do not stop on that line, the same thing Liberians suffer during the past dry season, it will repeat itself. So I don't see why people will be making noise as though you are not in rainy season. Once you're in rainy season, the water level goes up, the hydro will automatically give stable current to the people. Now, I just want to speak on the issue with Dave Boaka and his people claiming project that they don't own. No, maybe let us not waste our time. The only thing, like you said, we will just come back to say no, you were not. Mo Ali went where to I know where to go. Put some big water upon something. It was big news all over the place. That Joseph Baka will carry on major project. They will not see groundbreaking, and they will only see what's going on. Who does that? Which president do project in the war and they don't go for groundbreaking? Let me post that line to the Liberian people and just do the Liberian people work. Yeah, but they can't do the work, they will just lie and take the AP, working and bring the truth to the Liberian people.
All right. Thanks, boss, for your contribution. And that is it. Hello, how you doing?
Hello, Eddie. How are you?
Yeah, fine. Please go on.
Yeah, this is Edmoka, the visually impaired guy that keeping pornography to the fire to be lower. You know, Eddie, that is the reason why we will always come up to defend our former president, because when he was in power, we defended him, and he all the power will continue to defend his legacy until he make a comeback. Because the guys, they are liars, you know. You know, you can't do that thing. The technology age now that we are in now, you can't play with people. President, we are operator of serious open government policy. That is why he operated on. So everything that he was doing, we had the information, we're on top of the game, we follow it, because in the past, before even he could take the presidency, they told that he was not going to do anything. He comes from the former background, he's a high school dropout, he can't deliver. So when we took the presidency 2018, we found everything that he was doing, we documented everything that he was doing. So I don't care how the Unity Party people come up with that propaganda. They can't make it. We will tell them that you lie. You're not saying the truth. So look at the recording that you brought. What can they say? What are they going to do? You took something about on the floor, okay? It was on the ground, about 20%. Just on 2 years. we were able to bring it to like 70%. And that is the reason why we have stable current, during the presidency, 2023, 2024 coming. We have stable current because we now have the non-profit operating, So they can lie to us. That is why every little project they go there, they will go show it. When did you go out to source the funding for that project? When did you do the groundbreaking for that project? The road that you are claiming that you have. So that means if an operator, we are going to say, let me wait and see how the election will be there. So that means you're not going to implement any project yet. Then that means you're just going to be sitting there here and just try to find a lot of salary, pay it. That could have been 17 months in power. You cannot show a signature project. You cannot show anything of your own. But the one that you told us he was dancing booker, you were going to watch him playing football, you were playing football, you were playing music, you're not doing nothing, you're not doing a laboratory people's job. But here we are. You are running behind a project that he started that we could have completed in our second term. But however, we will continue to be patient while we wait and see what God has for us. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Let me get on to this one. Yeah, Ella, how you doing? Ella? Yeah, hello?
Samuel Toba, calling you from Lokita.
Yeah, go ahead quickly.
You see, the people still want to make Liberia to be stupid. Because they told Liberia people that President Weah will not do anything. So based on that, they continue with the lie to make the Liberian people know that what the development of President Weah carry on, personally that they don't want to win it. Why can't you get it? When you told other is when you're eating through your down, then you will not die because God told you that you will die because you will not die. So today the devil has proving to other when you die, you can say a different way. So that the similar thing, those local party people are doing. The line of development of President we are carrying on, ABI, dare you. When you step out and sales just finish, and do that comparison with President we are first year, you will see President we are with big development.
Okay.
When it comes to infrastructure, when it comes to infrastructure, when it comes to roads, when it comes to electricity, when it comes to water, President we will build them all. Why the winner? The lower President we are laying, the attitude water on the phone, they say that they do the security, everything. So those people, they are criminals. We know they are criminals. So I want to tell my friend people, their unity party, they don't come rescue us. Yes, people there are people that feel to steal from us, but they want to make us fair. Yes, they can't to help us, but they are criminals. So maybe we tell us thinking for all way to make our people to know about those criminals. The same way the Qatar company can always be on air, they tell people say, they must be aware of the criminals. They must be aware of the criminals. They like you to how those criminals are lucky. So you have to continue with thank you.
All right, man. Let me get on to this one, man. CC, let me hear from you quickly. I think we'll be wrapping up.
Hey, my son, AB, how you doing, man?
I'm doing fine, man.
Yeah. Let me reiterate. AB.
You say what name? Let me read you what?
Let me reiterate.
Reiterate. What is it? Reiterate.
Yeah, take it to the bank. You are not reiterate. You reiterate. I'll reiterate. Like what I said, you get project. I'm telling you. He reiterating. You understand? My son AB, thank you for this thing you played just now. You know, let's put a flag down on the faces. They get one thing on their face. Yeah. What are going to do for people? And I want to ask my family, I want to make a clarity to the people. You want to see what we're following the show. Let's go out road and book out there. It's too much. He break ground for it. Let's go out road to the Instagram, but they couldn't go to the he break for it. I want you to make a put the understand. Tell them to listen to you. Because we believe in you, when you go for the fight, okay, give it to okay, understand it. You can watch it, Eddie. You get the upset here, because you have everything possible to see people happy. So then you come, what you think, say, get me glory. What can I say to the people? Then you get one working at way more. It was this, it was that one. You can do that to the people. Let me real. Don't say when you rest it. Let's go and say for the rest everything he could do in that country. But we plan our ass and we say everything was back. So nobody commit to power to do that of city and that of corruption. So then when they go to the our country, you can't arrest nothing going on. Everywhere is outside that. Every place he enter a virus. Everywhere he go a virus. Everybody going outside that. What's going on? Waka. Then one of them they say, oh, that Waka fire is spread what they do. It will happen here. People can see. And then they go to that city business. So they put project on the next one. Go that road. That's what we are there. He brought a project. He started to A. And so they are carrying it on. But they go back. Something I know that one. Thank you.
Thanks so much, man. Let me go home now. So, folks, we are right here on this very day and grateful to the Almighty God. And like I said, I'm not in a business of helping you people to stop lying. I am in a business of correcting their lies. So, I will help them to lie. I'm not going to stop them from lying. I'm not going to do anything that will stop them from lying. I will not do anything that will help them to correct themselves. No, I will always correct them after their wrongs. Because these people, you see, the things we do, they can call us all sorts of names, but they can still be benefiting from our work. And we know now we're smart. That's anything I was saying now today. I wanted to go and talk today. I said, I will not talk it today. When I talk it today, you will see them working after it tomorrow. I will not talk it. I will play blank out to it. I know when to talk. And I will talk it. Because these people, they are terrible. They will be benefiting from you, then they be insulting you. And they say they get all the brains. So we'll forget about it. We'll leave them like that. Let them do it. It's not even anything big. So I'm not going to start. Nobody going to test CDC say, Campo, banana, and show all we have project. We have show all a project during the campaign. We have said what he could. You close your eyes to it. You said our lie. We have said it 1 year. You said our lie. So what did we have? I can't say again. Take what thing to go do what? Let the UP people bring it up now. That the time will say these are the real liars. But we gotta wait. Let them pick up one lie before we say they are liar. If they put on lie, how do we say they are liar? So your will. If we stop UP people from being liars, then how do we know that they are liars? So let's lead in. Nobody should talk anything. See the people that pass here around, they just say things that the day before. Day before where? Let it pick it up. See the people know what the day before. You people know what they're doing now. Nobody going to run in front of anybody to stop anybody from lying. People must lie and people must correct lies. So the other people that on the other side that should correct the lies, they are there. The other people who supposed to lie, they're supposed to lie. So let's leave all of those things. And when they pick it up, they want to make claim to it, then you take it from them. When they want to tell they want, you take it from them. But until they can take it, don't accuse them that they're stealing. No. Let them steal first, then you catch it with them, then you say you are rogue. You can catch rogue. You can read a poor mind. You can be reading everybody's mind. That they act. Yeah? Very good. So they get in criminal law, they get 2 rears, right? They get 2 processes, 2 which you can catch a crime. Attu's rear, men's rear. The men's rear that the thinking. You can put it to thinking first before you do the act. So that the attu's rear there. At the attu rear, really they can catch you in most times. So your thought process, it's difficult to determine why your thinkings are. So let's leave you with the party people. We don't know what kind of project they come and go clean again. So we're not going to run in front with any project that they know. Your little thing. And when they pick it all and then you carry my man, you rogue. Now you can do the thing. Nobody can be here. Anybody here to come be fighting. Let us say right here on this very diet. Let's rest ourselves. Let's pray for our country. Let's pray for the peace of this country. And we are getting there. The 17th of July protest. Now, what I was talking about in the church, which I will play on tomorrow, we have said Liberian people should bear patience. Now, the protest that is coming up is not telling Aboga should calm down. No. It also means they should bear patience, but Boaka should be called to order. And that's what we are supporting the 17th of July protest. And there are several other persons who are now named. Isaac, my own friend and partner, co-professor in Isaac W. Jackson, has accepted and to be the spokesperson of the July 17th protest. It got nothing specifically to do with Kofa. So whether Kofa resigns or not, if you listen to everything that inside there, it talks a lot about plenty of things. So you not get anything sticking only to Kofa resignation or whether Kofa state speaker or whatever it is. No. That's why they put it way to July. If it were Kofa Sunny business, I don't know. We'll leave that one out. So that's it right here on this very day. I want to say thanks to all of you for your time. Until we're back here tomorrow, God willing, do have a pleasant night.